Welcome back, guys, to the final chapter of the series, and we are now inside of Unreal Engine 4, and this is the part where we start to compile our scene. And yeah, let's jump right into it. So upon opening Unreal Engine 4, we're greeted with this starter screen, and we want to choose games. And depending on the version of Unreal Engine 4 that you have, you may see something different. But all in all, it ends to this select template screen. And this is where you want to basically decide if you want your game to be a first-person shooter or a third-person shooter. And we could use third or first. It really doesn't matter. It's personal preference. So I'll go with third person. So I'll choose this option. And then I'll press next. And then here we, at the bottom, we have a location where we want to store this. And then I'll just pick a directory and change the name. So this will be Udemy scene. So now we just create the project. Alright guys, we are now inside of Unreal Engine 4. Now if this is your first time opening Unreal Engine 4, this may seem overwhelming and a bit daunting, to say the very least, because if you've never seen this, there's so much eye-popping logos and icons going on, you kind of don't know where to start. So before we start dialing in on what the different tabs are and the different icons, I want you guys to be familiar with navigating. And navigating around the viewport, most importantly, because this is where you will spend the majority of your time inside of Unreal Engine 4. So really quick, if you left click on this viewport and then hit F11, we can now maximize this viewport so you can actually see more screen coverage. Now, to move forward and move around, we are now in perspective view really quick. So if you look at the top left, you'll see it reads perspective. And if you want to move around, you can left mouse hold and move your mouse to the front or move it down to go back. You can move it to the left to look left, and to drag it to the right, you look right. Now this is really confusing on your first time. This is actually what took me the longest to do, to learn how to navigate. So if you middle mouse press, you can pan left, right, up and down, side to side, things like that, by holding the middle mouse button down and moving your mouse in that direction. Now if you right click on your mouse and you look to the right by moving your mouse to the right and moving it to the left, you can look around your environment, but you can't move, only look. So remember, left mouse button, hold and press, move your mouse in that direction. You look that way by rotating your mouse in that direction, left or right, but you can't look up or down, only left or right. But you can move forward and back by dragging your mouse forward and back. So if you press the left mouse button and the right mouse button at the same time and hold them, you can move up and down, left and right. So it's kind of the same thing as panning. You can also use the WASD keys to navigate as well. So while the right mouse button only allows you to look around, you can use the W key to move forward, the S key to move down, the A key to move left, and to move right is the D key. So this shouldn't be too unfamiliar to you guys if you ever played any type of computer game, because WASD keys are the key functions to move in a video game. So you can just practice this for a bit, and once you get used to it, you can continue with the series. So now, to minimize this viewport, we can hit F11 once again, and then if we want to play our game and test it, there's a play button at the top, and you just left click that. And now if you click on the viewport again, you're now controlling the character. So now that we can control the character with our WASD keys, and W moving forward, S moving down, A moving left, and D moving right, we can use our mouse to guide our character to rotate around the environment and look around. So we can use W to move forward, and we can just navigate around with the character. So do this for a little bit to get used to it, and as well, you can jump by pressing the space bar if you didn't know. So get comfortable with this. Pause the video, play around with the navigation tools, and then continue. And once you're done with that, we can exit this mode by hitting escape on the keyboard. And I'm not really going to touch base on a lot of these icons and trinkets just yet, because I find it to be a little counterintuitive, because a lot of these icons and functions we won't really be using in this series. So I'd rather just, take it on as we approach it. So if that makes sense, I'll catch you guys in the next video, and we'll start importing some of these assets.